29 minutes on to the 7 o'clock. That's all I ask this morning. Yeah. Go before me. Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world, the diaspora. Good morning. I want to reach out and say a very, very special happy birthday to you, Gail Blake, out there at the Mohai in Corinth in St. David. It's your birthday. I know the entire household, the entire family will make it an exceptional one for you.
As your will requires.
Go with God, have God's richest blessings on your life today, and may you live to see many, many, many more to come. Alva, good morning to you. All right, Gaily, have yourself a wonderful day. Also want to say happy birthday to Miss Annette Ragbasing of Grenville Street in St. George's. All right, wishing her all God's blessings from one of her workers on behalf of the entire maintenance crew. Happy birthday to you, Miss Ragbasing. Enjoy it to the fullest. Good morning to you, Petlin. Hope you're doing fine. All right, hope you're doing great. I hope you're feeling much better. The folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, good morning to you. It's a work in progress, and I know that you are up to the task. My good friend says in his post, good morning, blessings, enjoy. Start your day knowing that God has the very best plans for you. He went on to say, Tuesday's blessings, watch and pray that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. Yeah, nice. Saying good morning to you, Zamora Plenty. All right, I hope you have a great day at school today, and God continues to bless and keep you. Morning, Yulin Alexander, hope you're doing fine. Michelle Daniel, good morning. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yolanda Swan, good morning. Cicely Blackman, Mary Ebanks, Monica Miros Williams, Catherine Phillip, good morning. Good morning, Nadisha. Good morning to Veronica Sandy. Good morning, all the wonderful folks who are locked on here this morning. Good morning to you. It's a good Tuesday morning. We started getting a little rain earlier, but it subsided. And we'll hear what's happening weather-wise during the newscast. Yep. Good morning to all the politicians of the nation. Don't forget to pray for them, right? Pray for our leaders. Good morning to all the spiritual leaders. Of course, good morning the first family, Pastor Laurie Dominic and the family. Sister Narika, I know you're still celebrating your birthday. That's all I ask. So let we go.
This is the day the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it. Hear my prayer. Hear my prayer. Well,
Donna Silly out in the diaspora, good morning to you.
fresh again. And if this life are over, things just won't be.
Definitely not.
But since for tomorrow, there is no guarantee. I want to say thank you, Jesus.
Let's sing along.
For all you done for me. Yes, Lord. Oh, Father. Thank you for another day. Oh,
It's time to head on to the word of the day, and that word today is the word bumfuzzle.
Father.
Bumfuzzle.
For the sacrifice. Oh, merciful.
B-U-M-F-U-Z-Z-L-E. Bumfuzzle.
Oh, my child. Oh, my.
Morning, Mr. Siddiqui Sylvester. Good morning to you. How you doing, bro? Hope all is well. Mr. Jude Bernard. Hope you're doing fine, bro.
Hear my prayer.
Mr. Edwin Frank. Good morning. As we try to get the word up on the TV,
So much ups and downs.
Bumfuzzle.
Got the powers to turn this thing around. Cause there is no miracle that my God can do. And yes, you are my savior, and I put my trust in you.
The folks inside of Corinth, good morning.
The breath I breathe. Oh, merciful Father. You
Providence, good morning. Don Bowler and family. Big J and family, good morning.
for my daily.
Keem the bassman,
Oh, merciful Father. Through your
hope you're doing fine.
fed. Oh, my child.
So remember the word of the day, bumfuzzle. Bumfuzzle. Yeah, B-U-M-F-U-Z-Z-L-E.
Play it one more time.
Simply means to confuse or fluster. And here's how we can use it in a sentence. The chef's unconventional dish managed to bumfuzzle the judges who couldn't identify its ingredients.
Neither can
Kind of rhyme with bumbuzzle, huh?
hour
Yeah.
on my final day. But until
So that's the word of the day. Write it down, jot it down, learn to use it, learn to spell it, learn to pronounce it.
I give my service, you'll take care of the rest.
Improve and increase your vocabulary.
Father, thank
22 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock.
you to share this love you give.
Oh, my friend inside of Belle Plaine, it's your birthday today. Razum's cousin, good morning. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, merciful Father, than to live my life for you. Play the music.
Nadisha, good morning. Holmesy and Abigail, it was a pleasure seeing you all yesterday. Hope you're all doing fine.
Hear my pride.
Mando, good morning to you. How are you doing, Papi? And the motivational tip for the day, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence.
Yes.
Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without confidence. Be optimistic.
Thank you for my
Look for the good in every bad situation.
Father. All your
When life serves you lemons, you use them and you make a lemonade, yeah?
what the future holds.
Look for something good out of every setback in life. Every setback. I've learned it. You know, sometimes you are waiting on something to happen. You're desperately waiting. You've done all that you're supposed to do and all that you're expected to do. But for some reason, that spirit of delay is delaying it, trying to create confusion and chaos and so forth. Look for the good in it. Yeah.
This
Yeah, look for the good. There's some message that the master is trying to get to you.
be glad in it.
We're heading to the nutrition health tip of the day.
Hear my pride.
Yeah. Hey folks, it's 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock.
If I had another
Janelle McDonald, good morning to you.
and live this life,
You and the family.
things just wouldn't be the same. But
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
You are at risk of developing chronic kidney disease if you suffer from type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Diabetic nephropathy is a condition where the kidneys become damaged over time due to uncontrolled diabetes. When your diabetes is uncontrolled due to practices like unhealthy eating habits, not taking medication as prescribed, and not self-monitoring glucose levels, this can have a severe effect on the kidneys over time. Uncontrolled diabetes can cause damage to small blood vessels of the kidneys that filter waste, toxins, and excess fluids from the blood, leading to kidney damage. According to the Center for Disease Control, each kidney is made up of millions of tiny filters called nephrons. Over time, high blood sugar from diabetes can damage these blood vessels in the kidneys, so they don't work as well as they should. Many people with diabetes also develop high blood pressure, which can damage kidneys too. You are at risk of developing diabetic nephropathy if you have diabetes and your blood glucose is too high and if your blood pressure is too high. You are also at risk if you don't follow your diabetic eating plan, eat foods high in salt, do not exercise, are overweight, have heart disease, and have a family history of kidney disease. You can help to reduce your risk of diabetic nephropathy by managing your diabetes effectively, including seeing a nutritionist or dietitian for advice on healthy eating habits to help you manage your blood sugar and blood pressure. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes, they keep the body working.
19 minutes on to 7 o'clock.
The Lord has made.
Reaching out and saying good morning, pleasant good morning, and extending my deepest condolences to Jenna Cyrus and family. Originally from St. Patrick and now resident in Woburn. Be strong, my girl. I know you are. On the passing of your mom. He knows best. Good morning to the folks in Vendam and Bolio. Birch Grove, good morning. Beauregard. Brother Alistair and Sister Dawn, good morning. Auntie, good morning.
Thank you for another.
Bishop George Fletcher and family. Nixon, how you doing? Good morning to my cousin Curtie and my next little cousin. You might be on your way down to school at this time. Good morning, Uncle Glynan. Howdy do the folks inside of Pearls and Dunfermline and surrounding areas, Paradise. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. All right. Well, Cabinet approves extension of job stimulus program to support job creation and business growth. Also, the Grenada is set to receive a total of $61.8 million in funding through the Caribbean Efficient and Green Energy Buildings Project, or CGEB, in the region. Thailand, yeah, the H here is silent. All right, good. Thailand ends visa-free travel for Jamaica and several other Caribbean countries. Internationally, Israel forces raid Al Jazeera TV in West Bank and order a 45-day closure. And in sports, the inaugural Republic Bank 5 for Fun cricket program conclude. You know you'll get the details to these and more in the newscast, right?
Play the music. Play it one more time.
Morning to the folks inside of Frequente, Point Celine, Lansapine. Good morning, Grandad's Valley. Good morning, Miss Annie.
My help comes from the Lord.
Mr. Joe. Yeah, you say I set you up again. Just couldn't make it, papi. Don't worry. The entire home circle. Good morning. It's 16 minutes on to the 7 o'clock. We're heading into the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us.
Yes, Lord.
As we get ready to give thanks, the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Kuso, and 7 times Soca and 10 times Roadmatch King. Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $16 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Guelph, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clef Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Guap Bag, Sesame Spain.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Coming up in the news, a cabinet approves extension of job stimulus program to support job creation and business growth. Grenada is set to receive a total of $61.8 million in funding through the Caribbean Efficient and Green Energy Building Project, CEGEB, and the region. Thailand extends visa-free travel for Jamaica Thailand ends visa-free travel for Jamaica and several other Caribbean countries. Internationally, Israel forces raid Al Jazeera TV station in the West Bank and orders a 45-day closure. In sports, inaugural Republic Bank 5 for Fun cricket program concluded. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
It's the event you won't want to miss. GIDC Business Deals Day is happening on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Frequenty Industrial Park playing field. Explore the latest products and service offerings from businesses within the industrial parks. Enjoy discounts on GIDC business support services and get fantastic deals on household items, building materials, accessories, condiments, and more, with exciting prizes up for grabs throughout the day. But that's not all. Dive into a mini health fair and career expo for valuable health education and employment opportunities, all while enjoying the songs of Trio the Band and DJ Graphic Sounds. It will be a fun-filled day filled with eats, drinks, games, deals, and more. Mark your calendars and join the GIDC at Frequenty Industrial Park playing field on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you there.
Good morning, Gordon Josephine with the details to the news. The government of Grenada has approved the extension of its job stimulus program for a further 6 months from July 1st to December 31st, 2024. The extended program will offer significant relief from the payment of duties and taxes aimed at creating jobs and stimulating business activity across various economic sectors. The job stimulus program provides for the following. A. For non-priority sector projects not eligible for incentive support under the existing incentive regime, a 50% exemption from the payment of Common External Tariff or CET and value-added tax or VAT on the items listed below to construct and expand operations. 1. Building materials considered cement, steel, and lumber only. Also equipment, fixtures, furnishings, networking elements, computer hardware and software, machinery, heavy-duty equipment, and capital goods subject to customs duties. B. Extend the current MSME Concession Support Program as follows. 1. For MSMEs in priority sectors such as tourism, yacht charters and similar activities, manufacturing, health and wellness, agribusiness, ICT and energy, a 50% exemption from the payment of Common External Tariff or CET and VAT on the imports of equipment to be used in operations. For MSMEs in non-priority sectors, 50% exemption from the payment of CET and VAT on equipment and building materials to start new businesses or upgrade existing ones. And also for students' accommodation, a 50% exemption from the payment of CET on building materials and equipment to upgrade qualifying students' accommodation facilities. Grenada is set to receive a total of $61.8 million in funding through the Caribbean Efficient and Green Energy Buildings Project, or CEGEB, marking a significant step forward for Grenada's energy transition as part of a joint pre-appraisal mission for CEGEB. This came to fruition after strategic discussions at a joint World Bank CDB mission, which concluded last Friday following meetings with Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, representatives from the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, and the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. The funding breakdown includes US $44.3 million from the World Bank, US $8.5 million from the Clean Technology Fund, and US $9 million from the Caribbean Development Bank, the CDB. Police are seeking assistance of the general public in locating 3 females, namely Sherman Parker, suspected to be in her mid-20s, a Jamaican national of St. Andrew, Jamaica, who resided at Bathway in St. Patrick. Ms. Parker left her residence at Bathway on Wednesday, 18 September, and has not been seen or heard from by her host since. She was last seen wearing an orange top and black leggings. Police are also seeking the assistance of the general public in locating Blessing Salfali, a 15-year-old of St. George. She is approximately 4 feet 6 inches in height, medium built, brown skin in complexion, has brown eyes with a mohawk cornrow hairstyle. Blessing left her residence on Thursday, 19th September, and was last seen on Saturday, 21st September, in the vicinity of Grenville in St. Andrew, wearing a Hawaiian shirt, a 3/4 colorful pants, and a white Air Force sneakers. And finally, police are seeking the assistance of the general public in locating Kylie Hyacinth, a 14-year-old of Beausejour in St. George. She is approximately 5 feet 7 inches in height, slim built, light skin in complexion, has brown eyes with natural hair braided in a cornrow style. Kylie left her residence on Thursday, 19 September, and has not returned since. She was last seen wearing an orange t-shirt and short leopard print tights. Anyone seeing Sharon Parker, Blessing Salfali, and or Kylie Hyacinth, or has any information about their whereabouts, is kindly asked to contact the police emergency at 911, police hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. And that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional roundup and international developments are straight ahead. Five minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
St. Lucia's opposition leader Alan Chastanet is warning the St. Lucia Labour Party-led government that there will be protests if it does not give in to a series of demands. He issued a warning late Sunday night at a political rally where several candidates were unveiled for the next general elections in another 2 years. Mr. Chastanet says the government will face protests if 75 million Eastern Caribbean dollars is not provided to pay debts so that the Owen King European Union Hospital can provide medicines and water. The UWP's list of demands includes the removal of a 2.5% health and security levy, which has seen a spike in fuel prices and is a cost of transportation.
If the Labour Party does not within the next 30 days lower the price of gas in St. Lucia, are you ready to march? If the Labour Party does not have a plan to secure St. Lucia and stop the young men from killing each other in this country, are you ready to march?
France has deployed a group of special anti-riot police to the Caribbean island of Martinique amid widespread protests that defy government restrictions. The special force, which had been previously banned from Martinique for 65 years, arrived at the weekend after the local representative of France's central government said in a statement that protests were forbidden in the 4 municipalities. The restrictions came after violent protests broke out on the island last week over the high cost of living, with gunfire injuring at least 6 police officers and 1 civilian.
St. Lucia's opposition leader Alan Chastanet says he has teamed up with other stakeholders in 3 other Caribbean countries to get back millions of dollars from the sale of passports through Caribbean Galaxy. He told a rally of his United Workers' Party on Sunday night that there will be legal action involving 4 Eastern Caribbean countries after speaking with Philip Martinez, the head of MSR Media, which was involved in the Citizenship by Investment program.
When I file the case in the courts next week for CIP, I want you to know that I've had a discussion with Mr. Martinez. And Mr. Martinez brought me into a conversation with Grenada, with Dominica, and with St. Kitts. And we all intend to file a class action suit so we can recover the money that you have lost. Because if the government won't go after the money, our money, we are going to go and get our money back.
He'll also announce that he'll next week ask the court to stop the St. Lucia government from selling that island's citizenship through Galaxy.
Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is not yet ready to commit to inviting overseas electoral observers for the country's upcoming general elections. The opposition United National Congress raised the matter in the Parliament after party leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar sent a letter to the Prime Minister requesting the presence of observers for the elections due late next year.
Notwithstanding the best efforts of our colleagues on the other side, Trinidad and Tobago preserves its proud record in conducting free and fair elections. The elections that are anticipated to be held can be held as late as November of 2025. Is not a matter that is before at this time.
Schools in Haiti are due to be opened next month as security concerns continue to ease in the violence-plagued country. Kenya's President William Ruto says his 400-member police contingent has helped Haitian security forces put improved security arrangements in place.
I have been informed by the government here that schools were supposed to open earlier. They will now open on the 1st of October. And they are asking you to work with the Haitian National Police to make sure that children go to school on 1st of October.
Lucia's Olympic star Julian Alfred is scheduled to arrive in the island today for the first time since her historic performance at the recent Paris Olympics. Sports commentator Joseph Rez Pereira says 4 days of special activities are being held leading up to Friday's Julian Alfred public holiday.
Arriving at the Huenara International Airport, there'll be a motorcade to the east coast of St. Lucia. On the following day, there'll be a schools rally at Soufriere, La Ressource, and Denry. On the 26th, she will visit Primary School, a sister-on, and unveiling a very special painting in our honor. And on the 27th at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, there'll be a national concert involving the outstanding artists in St. Lucia, and it's expected to attend by over some 12,000 people who are specially invited by the government.
Alfred won St. Lucia's first ever Olympic medals, gold in the 100 and silver in the 200 meters.
Before we go, we want to wish the people of Trinidad and Tobago Happy Republic Day today as they celebrate the country's 48th anniversary as a republic. This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
In another story of regional interest, travelers from several Caribbean countries, including Jamaica, will no longer be able to visit Thailand visa-free effective December 1st, 2024. Instead, they will now have to secure an electronic travel authorization, or ETA, before visiting. This new stipulation will also apply to Cuba, Dominica, the Dominican Republic, and Trinidad and Tobago. The introduction of the ETA is part of the country's efforts to strengthen immigration controls and enhance border security for international visitors. Looking further afield, armed and masked Israeli forces raided the office of global news channel Al Jazeera in the occupied West Bank on Sunday and issued a 45-day closure order. It was the latest salvo in a long-running feud between the Arab broadcaster and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government, which has worsened during the war in Gaza. Since the war began on October 7, when Hamas Palestinian militants attacked Israel, Al Jazeera has aired continuous on-the-ground reporting on the effects of Israel's military campaign. Israel's military has repeatedly accused journalists from the Qatar-based network of links to Hamas or its ally Islamic Jihad. Al Jazeera has fiercely denied these accusations and said Israel systematically targets its employees in the Gaza Strip. 4 Al Jazeera journalists have been killed since the war in Gaza began, and the network's office in the territory has been bombed. Israel's military said on Sunday that Ramallah office was closed because it was used to incite terror and support terrorist activities, and because Al Jazeera's broadcasts endangered Israel's security. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to present a plan for victory in the country's war with Russia to President Joe Biden during this week's visit to the U.S. Zelensky also intends to present the plan to Congress and the 2 candidates in the U.S. presidential election, Democrat Kamala Harris and Republican Donald Trump. He is expected to ramp up efforts to persuade the U.S. and its allies to allow Ukraine to fire the missiles they supplied deep into Russian territory for the first time in the war. Zelensky's visit to the U.S. coincides with efforts from the White House to prepare a new $375 million military aid package to Ukraine. And finally, former President Donald Trump has said he does not expect to run for election again in 2028 if he is defeated in this November's U.S. presidential poll. Trump, who is 78, has been the Republican candidate for 3 national elections in a row and has reshaped the party greatly over the last 8 years. In an interview with Sinclair Media Group, he was asked if he could foresee another run in the event that he loses to Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris, and his response was, "No, I don't think that will be it." And that brings us to the end of the regional roundup and the international developments. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. The Republic Bank Grenada Limited and Cricket West Indies Inc. inaugural Republic Bank 5 for Fun cricket program for children. It concluded on Saturday at Progress Park in St. Andrew. In a round-robin format featuring 5 overs per side, the winning teams from 4 of the 6 zones showcased their skills, ending in a final match between St. Patrick's RC and the St. Martin de Porres, a crucial RC schools. Now, due to the passage of Hurricane Beryl and its devastating impact on Carriacou, their zonal winner, the Dover Government School, was unable to prepare and participate in the 2024 national final. Crucial RC emerged as the overall champions. During the awards ceremony that followed, each top team in their respective zone received tokens, certificates, and medals of participation. Crucial RC lifted the champions trophy amid cheers and applause. Dover Government School will be awarded tickets to the next West Indies international match to be played in Grenada. The Republic Bank 5 for Fun initiative was launched in Grenada on May 10th at the Lassages playing field and reflects the bank's commitment through its Power to Make a Difference brand to promoting participation and developing future talent in the sport. That's the sport. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, my good friend Trishy Miller. Good morning, Trishy.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 13.2 millibars, which is normal and it's rising. Present temperature 29.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 80%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.5 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 28.3 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, only a trace of rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA. Hence, the total for the month remains at 68.9 millimeters. Now, the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 32 degrees Celsius. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides will be high around 9 a.m. and low about 3 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:01. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:56. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
All right, so Trish, before you run off, we're still in the, this is like we're heading into the penultimate month in the the tropical Atlantic hurricane season. There hasn't been much activity in recent times. What's going on?
Yeah, there's a kind of low, but at the moment we have another potential tropical cyclone. It's outside of our area of interest, so we're not focusing on that one much. There is also another system in the Atlantic that we will be monitoring. However, at the moment, it still doesn't look as though it's any major concern for us.
Well, that's a good thing.
So they're forming that slowly, yeah.
Yes.
Thing at the end of the day.
Thank God for small mercies.
Yes.
Have a good day, Trishi. Have a good one. Thank you very much.
You too.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. 11 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Cabinet approves extension of jobs stimulus program to support job creation and business growth. Grenada set to receive a total of $61.8 million in funding through the Caribbean Efficient and Green Energy Buildings Project. In the region, Thailand ends visa-free travel for Jamaica and several other Caribbean countries. Internationally, Israeli forces raid Al Jazeera TV station in West Bank and order 45-day closure. And in sports, the inaugural Republic Bank 5 for Fun cricket program concluded with Croshu RC elevating the trophy. That's the morning edition of news for today, Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
The Grenada Motor Club will be hosting its second and final international drag racing event for 2024 at Pearls International Speedway on September 28th and 29th. Expect the fastest set of drag cars and bikes the Caribbean has to offer. September 27th, meet and greet at Lavo Lanes. September 28th, test and tune bracket race qualifiers. And after drags, chill out at Sizzle Bar and Lounge. September 29th, drag race finals at Pearls International Speedway. There will be a special guest appearance by one of the Caribbean's top drag racers and a special drift performance by one of the Caribbean's top drifter. Mark the dates. September 28th and 29th at Pearls International Speedway is the place to be. You don't want to miss this one.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
This holiday season, get ready for a magical celebration packed with culinary delights, crafts, and music that will bring joy to your heart. But that's not all. Lots of giveaways are waiting for you. Stay tuned and make this Christmas one to remember only with GBN.
GRENDEC Community Partnership Initiative.
On behalf of Netball Grenada, we want to say a special thank you for the contribution made. We are certain that the contribution that had been given would be put into good use and we would bring home great results.
GRENDEC, energizing our community.
pleasant good morning and welcome to the conversation for today. It's Tuesday, and I want to say a very special happy birthday to you, Gail Blake, out there in the Mohai in Corinth. Enjoy to the fullest, right? All right, and have a good day. Now, last week, one day last week, we had the conversation on the emphasis that is placed on agriculture. And I'm going to piggyback a little bit on that so that we can have the basis for the conversation this morning. We came to the conclusion that if we continue on that trajectory that we're on, if another crisis was to take place that is already brewing in the Middle East, the prices that we are paying for some of the commodities in our shelves, in our supermarkets, they're exorbitant. They're high, and it has to do a lot with what's happening out there, Ukraine and the Middle East and so forth. And it also makes it even more important for us to be self-sufficient, or at least attempt in the best way possible to be able to feed ourselves. All right? We just had burial, and already people are complaining that there are no ground provision, the bananas and the blogger and the plantain and so forth, breadfruit to an extent in some parts. Now, it is important. It's a foregone conclusion that it is important that we ought to plant more. But a good friend of mine raised that concern this morning, that one of the things that is affecting agriculture, especially on the large scale in Grenada, is the unavailability of farm labor. People who are laborers, who know what they're doing in the lands, know how to prune, know how to clean, know how to handle the lands. And he was of the opinion that, it's just a suggestion. I would love to hear from you. Because, like I said, it's a marked fact that we need to plant more to become sustainable. So he's suggesting that just as there was this farm exchange thing where Grenadians went to Canada and so forth to pick apples and to work on the farm. I know this is going to be a bit tricky, and I really love to hear from him. But he's making the suggestion that why can't we bring in foreigners, especially with the situation that's going on in Haiti, bringing Haitians who are willing to be a part of this exchange program, to come in, the farmers and government to make the arrangements, how payments and accommodation and so forth will be done. But do you think that as a viable option, knowing that it's a fact that we have a scarcity of farm labor on the island? I would love to hear from you. Haiti, I just mentioned Haiti. That's what my friend suggested, but it could happen from other countries. But do you think that it's a feasible alternative? Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Gordon. How are you this morning?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. You talk about the prices being very high for our local provision and things like that. But I just make sometimes the vendors and them cause the thing to be much more hard for them. Because tell you why. Before we had a crisis, they used to sell at a good price. So why have some of the crisis coming to they sell the same ground provision at a higher price when it is made right here? You don't want to give breadfruit salt. You don't want to give it nothing, but they sell one breadfruit for $10 or $8. This is crazy for the vendors. So whatever pressure they have, they bring it on themselves. Because if they sell at the same price, what difference are you going to make? I agree with you with importing some people, because we need about 30,000 people to work. We need about 30,000 more workers. But would it be viable for the country? So all these things are taken into consideration. But we have a lot of men that idle around the area. During Revolution time, we we had real food. Why? Because the people who want to fight with each other, they put them to fight land in Hopeville. And we still have a lot of provisions coming from there, feeding the prisons, feeding the hospitals, feeding all the government institutions. So I think if you could take this hard role upon the people who want to fight and kill each other and put them in these kind of places like Revolution, we will have food in the island. And the prisoners, a lot of prisoners up there, the place was made to hold 150 or 400. They're just eating, drinking every day, doing nothing. Use them to the farmlands, with the farmlands, use them to clean, to fuck, and to prune. Teach them there. You're going after when them come and say they're going to work land because they get accustomed to that. I think there's a solution for it, but we have to think, and think and plan how we could get to work. It could be done. It could be done right here, and we could have real food because if you plant split peas in Grenada, you're gonna grow.
Okay, all right.
So the thing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. 435-2041, that's the number to call. And maybe I'm missing something because I don't understand why we have to import laborers when we have so many young men and women on this island who are saying they cannot find work to do. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How are you going?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome.
All right. I want to agree with the caller that has to bring in some of the foreigners to do agriculture, right? Because and if the people after the revolution they pick up the method of agriculture, what Bishop Lee, right about now we will have 5-year-old children know how to plant, when to plant. We will able even able to bring the sea and the land as Bishop did it, right? And when we have all these young people and only thing they want is the phone in the airs and all that thing, how they go walk the land. So I want to suggest that we bring in some people who know about agriculture who could work. Perhaps when they see how they work in the land, they might get jealous and join them. Okay. We need some more people. The man said 30-something thousand, I saying 50.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Thank you, caller. All right, don't let Jerry hear you saying that about prisoners. Okay, let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Do you agree or disagree with this suggestion?
Totally disagree.
Okay, let me hear why.
Right. Number one, we don't have the land space for this big international farming as Canada and those do. They farm for export, mainly for export. We don't have that kind of capacity in terms of land in Grenada. My suggestion is, I believe, they say charity begins at home. So I believe what should be done is that go back to the old days where they used to schools. You teach the children from a young age, get them involved in planting or farming in the schools. Now, government have a lot of wastelands all over the place. Schools that cannot or don't have this land space. Government have a lot of land that is idle. They could use some of that land for different schools in different areas. So they start the trend from school. So by the time the children come of age, they will be interested in it, and you give them a little stipend when the produce come of age, and you start making money out of it, just to give them that incentive to go get into the land. But for me personally, to import people at this point in time, and I don't even think it should ever be done, because we have a lot of people here. Once you get the children, or you get people back into wanting to plant, because they know the reason. The reason is, like you said, if war starts, we will be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So if you start that now, probably in the next 3, 4, 5 years, Grenada should be able to be self-sufficient in terms of produce, whether it's vegetables, whether it's provisions, whatever it is. So at the end of the day, we'll be able to feed ourselves. Now, if we reach to the point where we have excess, then we could look during the process of exporting. But for Grenada to go and import people to come and work the lands in Grenada, I think that would be a big waste of time, and there will be a lot of repercussions with it.
Okay. All right.
So I think first and foremost, start from home.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. This topic seems to be generating a lot of interest. No way, don't you see how they live? Sorry, but they came to America to live better, but they keep their area as if they're still living home. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir. Long time no hear. Ages no speak. You good?
I am as good as I can be.
Wonderful. Well, listen, I just wanted to call on one particular point that last caller made about land space. I think we would really be amazed at how much land is sitting idle right here on this Isle of Spice. Land that just needs to be cleared. Now, of course, I'll admit that a lot of it is privately owned land, but I'm sure perhaps that the government can work out some kind of program, come up with some discussions with private homeowners who are not using this land into having their land cleared and certain proceeds going toward them, as long as that cleared land can then be used for these farming programs. I think it could work. Again, I just feel a lot of idle land is here in Grenada, and we just need to use what we already have, but we have just been overlooking for far too long.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you, bro. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. I love always, Tony. Let's go to WhatsApp. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Caller, good morning. Welcome. Okay, caller, you got through and you did not realize that you got through. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Let me throw out something again. The caller before the last and the last caller have it right. What we need to do, and I've tired seeing an issue decision in them. I've tired talking to the governments over the years, and everybody see the thing that agriculture is a joke. Myself and Dr. Marcel been clamoring to plant 100,000 breadfruit trees. It may seem like plenty. But if you plant 10,000 in this parish, that's 60,000 already. St. Andrews is a very big parish, and St. Andrews will link with every other parish in Grenada. So St. Andrews alone could take more than 10,000. Once we decide to do that, we start to talk about storage and processing. Because we are talking about stable rice and thinking to survive that. Secondly, we are saying to plant acres and acres of manure, sweet manure.
Okay.
Ground provision, because in times of disaster, the ground provision will last because then the earth already.
Okay.
Tomatoes and lettuces, don't they?
Caller, I hear you, right? That we could do that, but what the concern here and the topic now is that we do not. It seems as though we do not have the laborers, the manpower to do it. So, do you think it's a good idea to import workers?
That is if you importing workers. That is if you're importing workers to do their bong to till the soil and those kind of things. We are talking about breadfruit that need no attention. You plant 100,000 breadfruit trees, and we go be good for quite a long time in these countries.
Yeah, but we can't eat breadfruit alone.
but we are saying that breadfruit, we are talking about staples from other people, that rice is a staple, and this is a staple, and that's a staple. But with breadfruit, you can use every part of the breadfruit to make whatever you want. Whether it be flour, whether it be whatever you want. Even the skin, you can use breadfruit.
Okay.
And then the sweet manure, we can plant acres and acres of sweet mayok and use it for the same purpose as the breadfruit. But for those outside there who is afraid of the mayok, there's a difference between the sweet mayok and the bitter mayok, and it's very easy to detect.
Okay.
If you take a stem from the sweet mayok and you run a knife on it, you can peel it off. You can peel it. The bitter mayok will always break up. It will never peel. And same thing with the fruit. You can peel the sweet mayok fruit right wrong, and the skin will come off. The bitter mayok will always break up. So then you know the difference. There's no other difference in it. There's no by color, by nothing.
Okay.
That is the difference.
All right. Okay. Thank you, caller. Let's go to a WhatsApp platform and say good morning, caller. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
I like the conversation this morning. I would say this, a couple of things. One, as you may know, recently there was this thing in Pennsylvania about Haitian workers being part of the labor force, and the economy in Pennsylvania doing much better as a result because they could not get locals to do the work. Now, I think if you're honest and you conduct a survey in Grenada amongst farmers, you would find that it is extremely difficult to get farm labor on a consistent basis every day of the week that a farmer wants to have work. A program like this, in my opinion, can be properly organized, structured in such a way where the workers who come here are qualified, they have proper accommodation, not any and everybody who wants to come, of course. Just like we don't send any and everybody to Canada. So we properly organize together with the authorities, whoever it is in Haiti, whether it's private sector or government, to have people come in here and to perform for 3 months or 6 months, and then they go back, they're doing better, so forth, so on. And I think, yes, there are lots of idle lands available in Grenada, but you know how you going to take these lands? It's not flat lands. You can't use, manual labor to deal with this. So we need some manual labor to assist the farmers at this time. In the future, we can do other things, but I believe strongly that a program like this, properly organized in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture, the private sector, the farmers' organizations in Grenada, and the people of Haiti, can be of immediate benefit, because right now, you have Carriacou, you have the northern part of Grenada that has had an impact with the hurricane, and they need labor force, and also the rest of Grenada.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's a very good idea, and I would like to see the authorities, you have a farm labor representative in the Senate, others, come together and look at it, see if it is possible. If it's not possible, then okay, shelve it. But an idea seems to have surfaced, and I think it should be explored to see whether it can assist the farmers who are saying that they have a labor problem, just like Pedro larceny, as one of the major problems facing them in this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. And with that, we take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
GBN is your home for this year's Republic Bank CPL. Please note there will be adjustments to a programming lineup on Wednesday, September 25th. Transitions will air at 5:05 p.m., followed by GBN television news at 6 p.m. And don't miss the news repeat right after the CPL match. Transitions will also be rebroadcast after the news repeat, so you won't miss a thing. GBN, your trusted source for sports coverage anywhere and everywhere.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath. I
holiday season, get ready for a magical celebration packed with culinary delights, crafts, and music that will bring joy to your heart. But that's not all. Lots of giveaways are waiting for you. Stay tuned and make this Christmas one to remember, only with GBN.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. Let's go straight to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning to the king himself. I don't care who vexed. They better put it in the pipe and smoke it. You are the king, His Royal Highness, King Innocent, because you have dethroned 3 kings in the same night, and you're the greatest. So you are my king. So, King Innocent, good morning, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Right, great. You know, they're talking in terms of farm labor, etc. But remember, we here have a farm labor program going to Canada to pick apples. So it's the same people we could use here instead of them going to Canada. But I respect the one before your opinion. That, you know, I respect his opinion. But what I'm saying, remember, we send out people to Canada for farm labor support. So it's the same thing we could do here. We don't need to import people. But also, the guy made a good suggestion about bread. But I'm just saying, you don't see the long fingernails of the ladies these days. With due respect to y'all look lovely, and I'm bashing all y'all. You think when you have breadfruit, you plant a lot of breadfruit, people eat more breadfruit, which is stable. With these long nails, how these people feeling these things? That is why you see people resort to macaroni and rice, because you just put it in it and it's easier, it's quicker, and they wouldn't dirty their nails. Because remember how much you have to do the nails? $80 every 6 weeks or whatever it is. I don't know. Don't jump on my chest like all you usually do. I don't know. I'm just saying, how often you have to do it, how long you have to do it, for how long will it stay, and you can't put it in water, you can't put it in hardener, all kind of thing. So to tell people about breadfruit, Mr. Harris, like your position is a very good idea, but you think breadfruit and provision and all these things, you don't see the people long nails, and as a matter of fact, people looking these days for quick thing, like macaroni that could blow up in 2 minutes. You put 1 ounce of macaroni, you get 10 ounces. That's what people look. That is the reality of the situation.
Okay.
So, but the idea of bringing in workers, but just like I say, we send farm workers in Canada. So it's the same concept. We could get people here, but I respect everybody's opinion, and those ideas are good. So King Innocent, you have a great day. Bye.
Have a good one yourself, my friend. Have a good one yourself. It's 19 minutes onto the 8 o'clock, and you really just want to get your take on this. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my very, very, very good friend.
Good morning.
I'm very much concerned about what a lot of us are seeing. Some of us are not, I want to use the word expert, but some believe they are expert. I don't know. They're telling you what to do, and they themselves wouldn't do it. Let's consider the quantity of lands we have in Grenada. We have lands that could be used for different purposes. Now, I cannot tell you to plant breadfruit because breadfruit trees take maybe too long to grow. And we don't like anything that have been grown locally. We prefer to buy rice and these kind of foreign goods because we seem to believe, I didn't say we believe, we seem to believe that they are superior to what we grow. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, people should be taught how to use their local food. Some people don't even know how to make, as I know you know, Tanya Pari, Tanya Lag, or whatever it is. They do not know how to use the Tanya in different ways. They only know how to use Irish potato.
The question this morning is, do you think it's a wise idea to import labor?
Okay, let me comment on that. Now, if we have scarcity, that's my way. I don't say I'm making a point here, because what I'm saying is what I think. It's not an established fact. I don't think that if we import laborers, I think we have enough laborers here. We have enough idle people. What we have to do is to educate them that perhaps land laborers are just as good as electronic laborers. So we have to change the mentality. As soon as somebody walk in a land, lands, people have a tendency to say that they seem to be inferior. So we have to change people's opinion about work. At the same time, I don't see why we have to import laborers. When we say we have, well, to some extent, you didn't tell me that, but I assume that we have excessive laborers, people idling, 20, 30 of them on the side of the road in one little joint, laughing, enjoying themselves, and not doing it. And when the night come or certain part of the day, they steal people things. You have to give people steal penalty even if you cultivating, even if you do importing laborers. So it's not importing laborers that's important. Maybe it could be a good thing, because if you import and you don't study the local, they may get up on their laurels and then start to ask for work. We have to bring mechanized things, instruments.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, an instrument is a small thing. Okay. But you understand what I mean. Explain it after I don't talk.
Okay.
You have to bring machinery that would work large quantity of land, where you pay a man perhaps a sum of $50, $60, $70, $200 a day once he could produce. So we have to get the flatlands. Oh, I don't know where we will get them, because we don't have plenty of flatlands. We have to repossess them. Some of the estates are abundant, government owned plus. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you very.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. And one of my comments on the WhatsApp platform says, "Good morning. Yes, farmers may complain about the shortage of labor. However, what is the large-scale farming that is being done that require overseas laborers? And again, almost every type of farming here lacks the input of technology, which includes farm machinery. How sustainable will be the farm labor program when the plots are so small?" All right, let's go back to our WhatsApp platform and say good morning, caller. Caller, good morning.
Can you hear me?
Good morning. Go right ahead.
Yeah, go. Yeah. A listener program that he has a with workers work land. If we get enough people, enough adults that we could work and do what we have to do. That is my
okay. All right, thank you very much. Let's go back to the telephone line. All right, we lost that one. It's 13 minutes on to the 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Congratulations. I saw you on television with Wizard and them with that. I saw you with Wizard and them night before, and I thought it's a good remembrance of the old days.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the recordings of those old times.
With the other fellas, I forgot the name now.
Darius
Squeezy
and Squeezy and this
right?
guy. Yeah, okay.
Very, very nice.
Okay. All right.
Now, this thing, a lot of people have spoke there, makes a lot of sense, but I don't think we're compiling our interests properly. For instance, there is no need for outside labor now. You have to reorganize force. We don't have reorganized agriculture being done here. Yeah? Where's the estates? Government just reorganize 2 or 3 estates, and they have enough workers.
Okay.
You understand? So workers not a really problem. Is where how you reorganize your thing. For instance, if people can find work with a reasonable salary every day, they will go to work. But you have a fella calling you for a day work today, and tomorrow you call you again, and the next day he call you. That is not organized labor.
Okay. So you don't think it's a problem if having to input, but if it is structured?
If it is restructured, and we have to. And a lot of talk is being talked. Government before, government now. We talk, but we ain't seen the real actions. For instance, let's take one instance. When banana was shipped from Grenada, mostly every estate in Grenada had was producing banana, and you had workers.
Okay.
You need now to develop in your plantation. For instance, you don't want a man with a fork. No, you have this rotavator that could plow a whole area for you. So 2 men with a rotavator could plow your area and get this place ready for planting.
Okay.
So we need to reorganize our agriculture, restructure it, know what we're planting. We're talking about the gentleman said about how much breadfruit. What are we going to do with the breadfruit? Do we have a means of utilizing that amount of breadfruit? So it might be a good thing to plant more breadfruit, but what are we doing it?
Yeah, okay.
So my main thing is that restructuring agriculture in a positive way, knowing what, and the government start the example already. Let us hope that we see examples from government so that other farmers can follow on.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. It's really hard to peel breadfruit and fig, etc. with those fancy nails in truth. Tears. We should import if there's a dire shortage, but I really wish we don't have to go that route. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning to you.
Welcome to the program.
I have been listening to the various contributions, and I'm coming up with my own thing.
Well, that's the idea.
Is there a standard price for labor? A man comes to work, and whatever form of labor he does, is there a standard price set, well, let's say by government? Yes, by government for such work?
I am not certain if there is a price range, but I think there is a base. I don't know if it is compatible with the minimum wage, but I know in the past, X amount of dollars used to be a day work for a laborer, but I don't know if there's a set range, okay?
Okay then, that being so, I would like to suggest that, all right, you set up a price reasonable. You have a lot of young men about just idling, and even you go to the schools, and even the very boys that are going to school garden, you pay them. Why? Or the reason being that money they get, they can use to buy their books and etc. etc. When you get the farmers together, they would, of course, form an association, give advice as the case may be. When things are planted, whatever you plant, corn, peas, just name it, you have to set a force whereby you can control predial larceny. The young men around already know, okay, boy, if I go over so and so place, I go make so much for the day. At the end of the week, I'll get so much and so much. And as a result, when the farmers get together, they give their ideas. And you can still have your Maribor School Farm and all the other things working togetherness. This business of importing labor, it's all nonsensical.
Okay.
My idea might be sounding foolish, but I think if you give it a try it out, and see what happens, I think Grenada agriculturally would improve in a big way.
Okay.
And this is just my contribution. There are other things I can say, but...
yeah, we'll leave it for another time, all right?
That's right.
Okay, have a good one. Thank you very much. Folks, it's 8 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take our final commercial break in the segment, then we come back and do the wrap.
GBN is your home for this year's Republic Bank CPL. Please note there will be adjustments to a programming lineup on Wednesday, September 25th. Transitions will air at 5:05 p.m., followed by GBN Television News at 6 p.m. And don't miss the news repeat right after the CPL match. Transitions will also be rebroadcast after the news repeat, so you won't miss a thing. GBN, your trusted source for sports coverage anywhere and everywhere.
We'll give the best we've got. Hands up, right up.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. Let's go to a WhatsApp platform for that call. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning. All right, and let's go here. Good morning, caller. Hello.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, welcome to the program.
All right, so I'm just going to share slight input and then maybe two experiences. Not going to take more than 2 minutes. In relation to whether or not we should import labor, I don't think that is necessary for many reasons. One of them being you have to now factor in housing and all the other necessary social accommodations that is necessary when you're importing persons. You're looking at the health facility and that manage an influx of foreign labor. You're looking at our infrastructure, roads, housing, banking. All these other issues are things that you have to factor in if you're bringing in external persons who would have to be able to cope with the day-to-day life in Grenada. Just coming out from Beryl and having many other social issues, I don't think that is something that Grenada is poised to do at the moment compared to the developed countries. But I really think that the government needs to focus or relook the implementation of how they manage programs in relation to agriculture. I'm a medical professional and I've seriously considered going into farming. I am actually in it to some degree, and it's something that I've been passionate about for a while. But from banking all the way to extension officers, the implementation and the experience seems to be somewhat lackluster. I mean, imagine having to go to the bank and get a loan to purchase a tractor. And the support for farmers to do that, it's ridiculous. The loan wasn't even approved, and on the grounds of what was the term the banking officer used? Sales, for example. A farmer just going into farming, young farmer, you're not going to have sales. You can develop a business.
They're looking for a year record and things like that.
Pretty much. So, I mean, someone does go into farming, a young farmer trying to make a start. The policy has to show that you have some serious interest in what the young farmer is doing. So that young farmer may not have sales, but they may have 5 acres of land. That's assets enough or security enough to cover that loan. They may have a vehicle. All these things that you do, it seems to be easier to get a loan to purchase a vehicle or for carnival than from a young farmer who is interested in developing. And one of the reasons why I decided to go to the tractor because I saw how my grandparents and even my father worked the land, and I thought it was very inefficient. I sacrificed and I purchased a tractor, and now I'm able to cover half an acre of land in 2 hours. Imagine having to do that with a fork and a cutlass. So no young farmer who doesn't have the resources would seriously take that on, even with farm labor. Who wants to go and cut 5 acres of land with Campeche wood with a cutlass and a chainsaw? I mean, it's ridiculous. So I think that the implementation, especially on the micro level, because the macro level, it seems to be all administrative policies and a lot of talk and some planning, which is necessary, but the implementation and how it's done on the lower levels or the micro level, it's atrocious. It's really discouraging, especially for me, because I'm looking at branching out from the medical field into farming, but it's not very encouraging at all. It's just because I like it, I'm pursuing it.
Okay.
But I really think we need to look at that.
As a matter of fact, if all goes well tomorrow, we'll have a discussion on financing for agriculture.
Well, I'm looking forward to that because I've had my experiences with GDP and even recently Co-op Bank in terms of purchasing. They had a nice fancy package for purchasing land and building homes. And when you really and truly interact with the material, there is nothing there for farming. No nice rates, no low rates for farming. You have to bend over backwards to produce all these documents to purchase farmland. So I really think, the discussion would be great. Probably the powers that be may listen to it, and if I'm able to contribute to it, likewise, I'll do the same.
All right. God will spare us to see tomorrow. We'll have that conversation tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good one, folks. We've overrun by a couple of seconds, so thank you very much for your participation this morning. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another one tomorrow. And have yourselves a great day now. Bye-bye. We've got to join the BBC.